What is that? Does that look like a human to you? If it is, then, oh man, imagine if we'd just been duped this entire time and it's just like her toddler just giving her a follow and just doesn't want to be in the light, just wants to hang back. But man, that's so creepy. I hope, oh man, if Lacey watched this, I would have been petrified. Like, she would have been petrified if she watched this back and was like, I don't know who that is. I hope she knows who that is and it's not just like a shadowy figure hiding in the dark. But if it is, then, ooh, someone's got some explaining to do.
He agreed and she left at 4:43 p.m. Since then, no trace of her has ever been found. The following evening, when she hadn't returned home, Nichols contacted Tiffany's parents via Facebook. Her mother contacted all of her friends, but they had not seen her. She contacted police and reported Tiffany missing at the end of that week, though Escambia County Police seemed disinterested. She contacted Pensacola Police instead, and they searched Tiffany's house. They found nothing unusual, and her boyfriend was contacted, but they found that he'd last contacted her days before.
So murder, essentially. Or just disappearance in general. I hope wherever she is that she's safe and that she is just going off the grid to explore other options in her life. Other than the latter option, which is that she ended up going through something horrible, so I really do hope that she was found or that she's okay out there. So if you're watching this, stay safe, please.
Female blanket octopus that was found in the Philippines. The easy way to know that this is a female is because the females are usually over 6 feet long and the males are typically the size of a walnut. The female uses her giant blanket of skin to scare away any potential predators.
That's so beautiful. Wow. Wow. That's insane. That's stunning. How incredible is that? Wow. Like, I didn't even know that there was a blanket octopus, and I've talked about tons of animals in the ocean. So now I've just learned about one more, but at the same time I've barely scratched the surface, as have we all, so who knows. But like, the fact that the male is the size of a walnut, that really got me. Oh, dear me. Good morning, everyone, at Central Dark. Today we are reviewing, it's good morning here, I don't know what time it is. You're all from around the world, so who knows. Today we are doing our top 10 mysterious videos circulating the internet right now, and there are some strange ones. I don't know how scared I'll be, but I've been drinking coffee, as you've seen, and we all know what I'm like without it. I feel like that joke's getting tired. Ha! Can't, because caffeine doesn't make you tired. Oh god. Anyways, let's keep going and let's dive into the deep recesses of the internet together, shall we? Commence.
Shelley Diane Ludy, a 19-year-old woman from Pennsylvania,
What a name.
was
Ludy.
finishing her shift at a diner where she worked as a waitress with her mother. At around 11 p.m., she left the restaurant and got into the car that she'd borrowed from her stepfather, a mint green, 2-door Chevy Impala, which she'd parked across the street from the diner.
Nice.
She had made plans with a friend to meet up at the end of her shift, but she never made it to the rendezvous.
Okay, great.
When she didn't return home either,
Knew it.
her stepfather reported her
Knew
missing.
it.
But her whereabouts remain an unexplained mystery.
Okay, but did they find the Impala though? Did they? I mean, okay, same thing. If she's disappeared, then we hope that she's been found or that, you know, she's actually just safe, because the latter option is just terrifying. I feel like this can happen to anyone, even though the percentage of it happening is pretty dang low. Like, I think there's a higher chance you'll get into a car accident than that, but oof. Hope you're safe, hon.
He noticed that it contained strange carvings, of which he made a drawing. That same drawing is now held at the British Museum, and it shows only the uppermost section of the carvings that are actually found on the rock. It is believed that at the time, the lower section was covered with water. The drawings were studied, but their meaning and origin could not be determined, and ever since then, it has remained an unexplained mystery. Danforth believed that the drawings were made by Native Americans, and that they told the story of a battle with seafarers who had arrived in the area.
Interesting. I mean, I believe those are called petroglyphs. Like there's hieroglyphs, there's petroglyphs. I think it's super interesting how every human civilization across the planet, even though they were isolated from each other, all developed some kind of form of petroglyph. I think that's so interesting and just so cool. Whatever the story is, I think it's amazing that they tried to draw it, and that was like the first depiction of how they told the story. Really cool.
Outfits for the camera. The video is instantly unsettling as the woman stares into the camera with an unchanging smile without blinking. But it takes a much more sinister turn at the 1 minute mark. After styling her third outfit, the woman comes in close to the camera and removes the mask she's been wearing, revealing her real face behind it. Next, the video cuts to the woman eating various foods before turning again to the camera and pulling the bottom of her face.
Yeah,
Her
I didn't
face
think that was her real
stretches
face
out,
either.
suggesting a second mask. But the video ends before we're offered an answer. The channel it was posted to is primarily a gaming channel.
Weird! I don't like it. I don't like that at all. What, like, I mean, go, okay, so I've seen people do makeup tutorials where they like add stuff to their face and it's like they add skin to actually change the way it looks. So if this is like a weird macabre kind of makeup demonstration of her talents, then, you know, good for her. You're crushing it, lady. You're also creeping us out at the same time. So, 2 for the price of 1, am I right?
Mysterious lights floating in the sky.
Please tell me that someone invented a hovercraft and that they've been keeping it on the down low, and then we'll get to use these in a couple years. Oh, wait, that does not look like a hovercraft at all. Weird! Very strange. Are they will-o'-the-wisps? Who knows? No, they're too high from the ground to be will-o'-the-wisps. Again, aliens or just technology we have no idea about. The government's just keeping it hidden beneath the surface. Will we have flying cars in the future? I think they need to figure that out though, because traffic's way too bad down here. Oof, imagine what it's like in the sky. How annoying would that be if you had a flying car? Just saying, like, how annoying would it be actually to have flying car traffic? Because you'd be looking up at the sky and you'd see an airplane and be like one every other day, and then you just see just cars. I actually find that depressing, but that has nothing to do with aliens.
The CEFAA, the Chilean government agency which investigates UFOs or unidentified aerial phenomenon, has declassified and released never-before-seen video from 2014 showing a mysterious flying object of which they suggest could have been a UFO. According to a press release from the agency, a Navy helicopter spotted the unidentifiable object while patrolling a coastal region near Santiago, Chile. The unknown object was seen flying at a constant speed, similar to that of the helicopter, and moving forward. The pilot tried several times to communicate with the object, but he received no reply.
Wow, that's so interesting to me. Oof. Okay, I think one of the reasons I love space and love thinking about it, hence the Doctor Who t-shirt, if anybody missed it, Daleks. The reason I love it so much is because it just gets you out of your little worldview and kind of breaks up the monotony of it. You're like, wait a minute, there's so much happening around me all the time. How cool is that? Some people feel small, but I think that kind of makes me feel really big and tiny at the same time. Cool.
Uploading on YouTube for over 3 years now, but all of his videos consist of almost exactly the same thing: sitting, smiling, and staring directly at you. With each video lasting over 4 hours, viewers can see Bennett's strange commitment to the task. In one video he goes to the toilet where he's sat, and in another he even stares straight ahead as someone breaks into his house and enters the room. Even though he's been interviewed on it, Bennett has never revealed quite why he is doing what he's doing.
Why is anybody doing what they're doing? You know what I mean? Just do it. Also, the commitment, we gotta admire that, right? It made my jaw hurt just looking at it though. Ever smile too long at a family function, you're like, after? You're like, that's how you know it's fake. YouTube's a strange place. You all know this to be true. That's why we're here, isn't it?
On it. The shot then changes to the same man being by a woman in a French maid's outfit. It's been 30 years since the incident, but nobody has any idea who was responsible. To do this in the 80s, you would need extremely expensive equipment and an incredible amount of electricity too. But the lingering question is why? Was it harmless trolling before its time, or something much more sinister?
You know, somebody once told me that think of the weirdest thing you've ever thought about, and chances are somebody's done that. So that's my explanation for that video. It just happens to be a weird thought that came to life and we all wish it didn't. Anyways guys, that was our video today. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and tell us what you want to see next. I've been your host, Rachel Fisher, and until next time guys, take care and stay scared. Okay. I'm excited. Let's do these. I've had coffee this morning, guys. Look. It's all gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Okay, here we go. Oh God, what's this one? Cheers. Let's move on. Oh, it's intro time! Right. Oh no! Or does it? Oh, my phone just went off. Nobody asked you, Satan! Sorry. That never happens. Hospitality is my middle name. I also thought of like the walnut joke of like, I know men who are the size of a walnut. I always feel like somebody's walnut. Maybe he just wants to know how to treat his turnips. Alright. I'm gonna look that up briefly. I know we don't have that much time, but hold on one second. I just gotta make sure that's what I know. Petroglyphs? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's called petroglyphs.